Hi everyone, in this video I'll show you how to see the entire island of Maui in 4 days and having 2 kids in tow. But really, you don't need 2 kids to enjoy our itinerary. It's that. For the first day, I was planning to wake up at 5 a.m. and drive to Haleakala volcano to the summit to view sunset. But kids were against this whole idea, so we went to Makena Landing park to snorkel and swim instead. After swimming, we went to Haleakala National Park. It took us about an hour and a half to get there, and it was so windy. That's when we realized that we were so lucky that we didn't wake up at 5 a.m. to view the sunrise, because we really didn't have any warm clothing. Sliding sand trail goes inside Haleakala Crater. Fun fact, Haleakala Crater is not actually a crater because it's made by erosion and not a result of volcanic activity. The crater is formed by an explosion of rocks and lava and other materials from magma chamber. When eruption ends and things settle in, we see a crater of the same form as, for example, Diamond Head crater on Oahu. After our hike, we went to Kapalua Beach Park to check out those giant, I wouldn't say monkeys, but actually, look at them, sea turtles. During our second day, we planned on going around west side of Maui, including driving on the most dangerous road on the island, Kahekili Highway. Our first stop was the Waihe'e Ridge hike. It is one of the most beautiful hikes in Maui, and it's not that difficult at all, but come early because parking is scarce. If after hike you continue driving around the West Maui, you will get on the most dangerous part of the road, known as Kahekili Highway. Why is it dangerous? It is a one-lane road with drop-off on one side, rocks on the other side, and really sharp turns, so you cannot see oncoming traffic. That's why everyone is afraid of it. But there is no need to be afraid of it. There are 2 ways to deal with oncoming traffic. Situation number 1, you see the oncoming traffic, there is a pullout nearby, you stop there and wait for all of them to pass. Easy. Second situation is a bit more tricky, we'll get to it in a few minutes. One important rule though, before a sharp turn, you need to use a horn of your car to inform oncoming traffic that you are there and are going to make a turn. And trust me, all cars use their horns on this road. You hear a lot of beeping. Second situation happens when you see the car in front of you. You decide to stop in the nearest pullout waiting for it. You wait for a few minutes, nothing happens, so you think that maybe they decided to stop or are going too slowly. So you proceed to the sharp turn, and like we did here, and boom, the car is there. So what you do, you either can pull back, which is not a problem, and we started actually to do that, but the car stopped in the nearest to it pullout. This way the situation resolved itself without even happening, but either way was easy to do because there are so many pullouts on this road. The dangerous part of the road ends in Olivine Pools. You will see a lot of cars parked on the side of the road. This is it. Olivine Pools are created by water gathering inside of natural tide pools. It's a very cool place, but trail that leads there is not very good. That's why kids didn't want to come there. Instead of Olivine Pools, we went to Nakalele Blowhole. Hike there is shorter and trail is in much better condition. Even Nathan could do it, and it is a very cool spot. Kids loved it. I highly recommend it to everyone.
No, you're not going there. You're not going there.
How is it so wet? No! Oh, did that?
We ended the day at Kapalua Beach, located 10 minutes from our hotel. It's a very cool beach. It has snorkeling, and we saw a turtle several days in the week. However, there are so many trucks along the road. I do recommend you to visit all of them if you have time. On our third day of the trip, we planned to do scuba diving. The plan was to let kids rest before our next day road trip to Hana, and for us to scuba dive as well. So the first few hours we spent on our favorite beach doing some snorkeling and playing with the kids, and then we went to Makena Landing Park, leaving the kids with a babysitter. Two of the best Maui beach entry dive sites are located at Makena Landing. Those are Turtle Town and 5 Caves. We did, I think, 5 Caves dive. For some reason, 5 Caves dives is considered to be for advanced divers only because of the tricky entry into the water. 5 caves consist of only 2 caves, and we visited both of them, and both of them are lava tubes actually. I can't say that we saw a lot of stuff during our dives, but we did hear whales. That was so cool. The second sea cave had an air pocket, and this is when this happened, so keep watching.
I don't expect that.
Right? Pretty neat.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's gonna be fabulous. That's why they don't see anything.
As it turned out, my husband removed his regulator out of his mask in the air pocket and then couldn't go back in. So he rushed to the surface without his regulator in the mouth, and the instructor helped him. I didn't quite know what happened. When I went to the surface, I saw this. And I did come to the instructor to show that I was okay. Everything went fine after that, but I spent a lot of time looking at the turtles. There were 2, and just enjoying the moment. As you see, it's very shallow. Last day on Maui, we planned to do a road trip to Hana. Usually you want to spend at least 1 day there, mostly because driving time is it will take you a long time to get there and out of there, so you will need to plan for at least a day for that. Those who don't want to drive too much can stay in Hana and spend 2 days doing all the wonderful activities that are available there. Road to Hana is famous by its 1-lane bridges, beautiful hikes along the road, numerous waterfalls, sunny beaches where you could definitely want to stay and do stuff. Road to Hana is often compared to Kahekili Highway, but as you can see, it's not nearly as dangerous or scary, but it is just gorgeous and beautiful, and there are lots of activities over there. The first stop is Waimoku Falls hike, also known as Pipiwaii Trail. It is known by 2 waterfalls that you see on the way, 1 or maybe 2 bridges, and a bamboo forest. Because it's an easy hike, kids can walk by themselves. We didn't make it to the last fall. Do you like waterfalls? Baby? Yeah? Our next stop was Pools of Ohe'o, also known as 7 Sacred Pools. Look at this!
Very fun.
After the hikes, we decided to go do some swimming at Hamoa Beach Park, which is considered one of the best beaches in Hana. We also stopped at Koki Beach Park with dark red sand. It is famous for its surf. Our next stop was Black Sand Beach at Wai'anapanapa State Park. Black sand was formed from lava. There are a few hikes there that go through lava tubes and blowholes, but kids didn't want to hike, so we are doing that next time. Our last stop was Hana Lava tubes, and it turns out that there is a maze there, which we didn't see. Those are the biggest and most accessible lava tubes on Maui. They give you a flashlight and you walk for about half a mile both ways. They recommend to use about 30 minutes for this self-guided tour. Lava tubes were a lot of fun, kids loved it, but they got really tired by the end and it was getting dark, well, sort of darkish. So we decided to head back home. It took us about an hour and a half or 2 hours to get there. And we had an early flight to Oahu the next day. Anyways, why I love road to Hana is that every time when you go there you see additional things that you didn't see the first time. That's why we have lots of stuff planned for our next trip. For those of you who made it here, thank you for watching my video, and the next video, or video one after the next, will be about Oahu and how we spent our 3 days there and what to do. See you there!